Hello, hello. We're on take 3 of this puzzle. Or actually, I think take 4. I have not had my brain working very well for this one, so apologies for that. So I'll probably brush through some stuff at the start of this, but if I'm honest, I haven't got very far anyway in my attempts before I was going wrong. So the main thing was because I just assumed that we've got 50 circles, our numbers add up to 50. But that's just obviously not how it works with the addition of pseudo cells. So I've got a little cheat sheet of multiplication. Sorry, rules, standardish counting circles, standardish x sums from the outside, and then these pseudo cells that are both look and say, or are look and say for x sums and counting circles, depending on row and column number multiplication thing. So I'm going to start by getting rid of a bunch of these that can't be. Actually, let's start by talking about the fact that there's 50. So you're going to have to have some number that's bigger than 10. And you got 11 on the outside. So if there were 11 on the outside, the problem is with both of these looking in, these are straight up. They just, neither of them can be pink because you can't have that big of an x sum. Neither of them can be pseudo because you can't have that big of an x sum. And if these are both 11, you'd get a 2, 3, 4. Sorry, there. Let's try that again. You get 2, 3, 4 in here. But the problem is they'd then be covering all of this, and the pseudo cell would just make that sum way too big. So you're not allowed 11. So you do end up with a bunch of 10s. And for the exact same reason, you can't have a pair of 10s in here. Going into both of those. So, and in fact, what you can say straight off the bat is if neither of these were 1s, then you immediately cover the whole of this as well. So that's just not going to work. So one of these is a 1. You can't be both of those. So you've got the value of 1 in 2 circles. So you definitely have 1 on the outside here. And the rest of these guys are all 10s. Which I have given myself the ability to write in just to make it a bit easier. Other things, well, actually, we know that obviously now can't be pseudo, which gets rid of this all being pseudo. If split out this cell, 2, 3, and 4, and that's just a normal x sum now. So that's 2 or 3. This guy can't be pseudo, or else he'd be 9. So he could also be 2 and 3 and 4, but he can't be 4. Going this way, he'd hit some. He couldn't hit any pseudos, and he couldn't be 4, 3, 2, 1. So that becomes a 2, 3 pair, and that means we can't be this way round because that can't sum to 7 anymore. So get 2 and 3 like this. Therefore, that's just a bog standard 8. This has got to be a bog standard 5, and they're bog standard 1s and 6s. With a 4, 7, 9 left over. This guy obviously can't be pseudo either. What's left is pseudo in there. None of these can be pseudo. Sorry, I've looked at this a fair few times now, so I'm sort of blitzing through this first part to catch up with where I'd gotten to previously. This guy can't be pseudo. Comes from 2, 3, and 4 as well. He can't be 4 because then that it's too much up and down here. This guy can't be pseudo. So he's from 2, 3, and 4 as well. Out like that. If that's 4, then you'd have to have a 1 up here and a 2 there. So one of those 2 cells are 2s. So digits that we've currently got in circles. Got 1, 2, 3. We've definitely got an 8. If we look at 5s, although you can hide a 5 up here behind the pseudo cell, it would then push a 5. Or if you try to not have 5s in circles, you'd have a 5 there and 5s up here. So, and 5s here would be hidden behind a pseudo, so that couldn't be pseudo. That would make this a pseudo, which would put a 5 in the circle. So we know we definitely have 5s in circles. You know you're summing to at least 50 as well, aren't you? So anything... Yes, you definitely have everything. The only thing we're not sure yet about is a 4. Which we definitely do have, because the only way a 4 is not in a circle is if it was hidden by a pseudo in here, and then it just has to be, because you can't hide a number twice. So we do have literally everything in circles, which is where I kept going wrong, because I was thinking 50 circles, we're definitely missing some stuff. But because you can get away with having some multiple stuff, then it's not so much a problem. On my cheat sheet, I'm just going to get rid of, not like that though, all of the things with 1s in the corners, because they're not actually helpful at all. And the other thing that's interesting about the fact that we do not have everything, so obviously that sums to 55. So out of our pseudo cells that we do have, we need to sort of add in another 5. Like this one would count as 3, as 4 more things. This would count as 3 more things. So you actually aren't allowed that cell, because then you've got too many extra things. If I'm making any sense, that's good, but I probably not. And similarly down here as well, that's adding 3 extra. We know we're getting extras from these two. So this guy is definitely pseudo. Do all of that. So you're getting 2 extra from there. You're getting... Oh, so you have to get exactly 3 extra. No, because we've got extra in here. Apparently I still didn't. Oh, because of counting circles. Counting circles. It's only the ones in counting circles that actually matter. That felt like such a good idea. But sadly not. But it's still true, of course. Anyway, did I get rid of something else I shouldn't have done? Yeah, I got rid of that, which it wasn't true. Oh, I've been struggling with this puzzle, not gonna lie. So these are in counting circles, so that one can't be a counting circle either way. So that is definitely blue and pink, because that one isn't the counting circle, and that is then adding way too much. So it almost feels worth it to kind of highlight cells in here that could actually get you some bonus things. So all of these are places that you can get bonuses from extra numbers. And interestingly, I'm just going to get rid of that blue colour. What am I trying to say? They don't, at the moment at least, they don't seem to affect each other at all, particularly. We know we get some from here, and then we might get some extras from multiple places. We might just end up with those two, because they've got to sum to 7. Well, if there's 2 of them, they sum to 7. If there's 3, they'd sum to 8, wouldn't it? Yeah. Weird, but interesting. If this was 3, then all of those couldn't be pseudo. That would have to be a 2, 5. So 2s are always up and down here. That helps this a bit, maybe. Yes, now this is definitely counted, so he's not pseudo. This is at most... And it could be 6. 3, 6. So either 4, 6, or 3. Well, we know he's not pseudo, because we've said these aren't pseudo. Let's make sure I actually copy across what work I've done. So... And if that is 4, right? I mean, if this is 4, then this is certainly 3. Yeah, that's interesting. If that's 4, these 5s aren't real. Get rid of those. If this is 4, then 4, 2, 3, 1. Make that pseudo. Make this 3. Those would sum 7 with 5 or 6 here. Well, actually, we'll put 5 and 2, and that 3, 5, 2. there anything wrong with that? We've already got a normal 2 in circles. Yes, we definitely have another normal 2 in circles here. Because if that's 3, then you get a normal 2 there. So normal 2s are all dealt with. We can't have another 2. And of course, we can't have another 1. So this guy can't be 4, because then this is too much. Well, that's now 3. It's small, basically, isn't it? 2 and 8 like that. 2 is not in circles, not in a normal circle at least. Yes, that is a normal circle. I was worried that could be a 2 hidden behind a pseudo, but I think I'm okay. 2's here. But that could be a pseudo too. This is still messing with my head completely. So 3 apparently puts 1 and 6, and 4 puts 6 anyway. Oh, this... Yeah, this... Why am I saying 4 puts 6? Right. If this 4 puts 1, 2, 3, what am I on about? Making those 2 sum to 10. This can't be 1, this can't be 2 because of that stuff. So now, and this is always in the sum, it's small, so that is 2. So that could still be 4, 3, 1, 2, or it could be 3 and 6. 4, 3, 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. It's not very screwed on. This can't be 3 because that would make that 1 6 with a real 1 in a circle because it can be things. So that's definitely 2, with one of them being an 8 and the other being a pseudo 8. So I've already got rid of one of my yellows, which is potentially nice. You are still allowed to be those 2, you're still allowed to be those 2, still allowed to be those 2 or whatnot. 2s and 8s. And 1s, like 1s could go there if they're then hidden away. Probably need to be wary of 3. Get rid of those 5s. That's still a 2. Not sure why. Keep on losing things that I'm doing. So we can't have a 2 in a normal circle anymore. And 2s in here are interesting because it stops that being a 2. Because although one of them could be pseudoed, you can't pseudo both. Now we've definitely got a pseudo 2 somewhere in this row, haven't we? Which is potentially useful, as much as you can't get another 2 in a circle at all. And this isn't pseudo. So we're definitely picking up some of this. But you are still allowed to take all those, aren't you? Yeah. So this guy could still be pseudo. Pseudoed hidden 2. Yeah, there's probably something interesting about hiding a certain number that hasn't been hidden yet, potentially. Like 8s, maybe. So 2s in circles 1. This I haven't really thought about at all. So he could be pretty standard if he wanted. This guy can't be pseudo now. So he's also relatively normal. So one of these does go 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming down like that. Oh, 3, 6. Yeah, 4 doesn't work because then you'd have another 2. So that is definitely 3 and 6. Now that X sum's done. This guy could be pseudo. In fact, he possibly has to be pseudo. because otherwise he's a 4. Anything wrong with that being a 4? Make that a 3. A 1-2 pair. There's got to be something interesting here, isn't there? Yeah. That would sum to 21 as normal. So we're going to have to take away some stuff by hiding away in a pseudo cell there. So you're definitely pseudo. Interesting. So we have picked up 3. So we do have to pick up this now. Cool. That all of a sudden does quite a bit. We're not allowed to pick up you anymore because we're full. So these are where our extras are coming from. I seem to have broken the puzzle again. No, because that's not a circle. I'm getting very confused about pseudo things and circles. Because at the moment we're getting 3 6s, 4 6s, 5 6s, possibly 6 6s in here, but it could be hidden by the pseudo. But then it would push it up there. So that's definitely our sixth 6. Or just looking in that column, you've definitely got a 6th 6. One of those. Assuming I've counted correctly, which I think I have. I've completely forgotten where my train of thought was now. That's apparently not, well, obviously, because of what's going on here. I'll bluify these because it's nice. Good. Right. More progress. That's what we like to see. These can't be 2s anymore. This is the only place you can pseudo away a 2. It's definitely pseudoed. This couldn't be a pseudo because then it would be a 2. So this is definitely a pseudo 3. And this is unsurprisingly a pseudo 0. I was going to say I don't think that could be a 5. So it would just make this too much anyway. Right. Great success. Whichever one is the one with a 4 puts a 3 up here, doesn't it? How many 3s in circles do we now have? There's a 3 there. There's a 3 there. I've broken the puzzle again, haven't I? Because I've got a 0, which isn't allowed to be pseudo. Man. And I felt like this run was going so much better. How have I broken it? Oh, it's not a circle. Ay. Ah, come on. Pseudo cells don't care if they're not circles. We don't care about pseudo cells if they're circles. So, yeah, in fact, I don't really care about this. I'm going to delete all the ones I just don't care about. They are uninteresting. That's a 5. That's acting as a 6. That one I don't care about. Okay, that now makes it a lot easier for me to understand, I think. Hopefully, anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 6s. Yep. Happy. Good. Maybe. That's a 3. These sum to 7. That can't be 2 or 1. Allowed to be 3 itself? Probably, because I haven't counted that many 3s. Counted 2 3s. I was about to say, are you struggling to get another 3 in to a circle? But I don't think you particularly are. Sax as an 8. Yeah, let's go back to think about these. Whichever one is... No, because if that's the 4, you get a 3 here and a 1, 2. But that's okay because you get 3 and 7. So 4, 1, 2, 3. 3 and 7. Or kind of do want that back because he is. I'm going to mark ones in circles as blue and then non-circles as 8 because that acts as a 0. And it does impact X sum. And I said it's not very interesting, it still is a bit. So instead, if that was 4 and 3 this way round, then this would sum to 7. This would sum to 6 using 1 and 5. And that would have to be like that. So in that case, this would be 2, 5. Oops. So I think that either way, you definitely have 2. So if we don't have 2s here, this has to be 3 and then 1, 6. The problem is there you get 4, 2 things summing to 6, which have to be 1 and 5, but you can't put 1 in a normal circle. And you can't have 1 there. Yeah, so 2 is definitely here. Get 2 there, get 2 there. Not quite all our 2s. Also, not quite sorted with this, interestingly. I mean, 1s are definitely down here as well. That helps. Might do. I think I said 6s can't be in normal circles. Yeah, let's start to make a note of things that we have fully counted for. 1s and 2s. 6s, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 6s. So you're not allowed any more normal 6s. In circles. It's like that cell can't be a 6. This one can because it's in that column. That cell can't be a 6. Oh, 6s in this. Can you hide a 6 behind the 6s? I don't see why not. Yeah, that's probably fine. Seems okay. Where is 3 in a circle? In a blue thing. That's for sure not in any of these. So one of these 2 cells is a 3. Which takes it out of that one. Wonderful deduction. But that is sort of interesting, isn't it? If 3, 3, then you have then got all your 3s and you have to start hiding them. But that doesn't seem to be a problem. Or does it along here? It actually does along here. If that's 3, you can't then fit 3 because you'd have to hide a 3 there and then you can't hide a 3 there. Probably an uninteresting deduction. So if that's 3, that's okay because you then put 3 there. Maybe 8s I want to look at. And 9s. 9s are potentially interesting as well because you're going to need quite a few of them. Certainly some places. Oh no, 8s. 8s for a second. So currently in these boxes, that's 2, 3, 4, 5 8s. Definitely don't have any more 8s in special things. It's 5 8s, I said. This one can't fit an 8, so that's still 5. This one can't fit an 8, so that's still 5. So you've got to have a normal 8 in every other box. Yes. Yeah. Because this one doesn't have one. And this one doesn't have one, but this one has 2. And the rest don't have any extras. So that's 8. That's 8. 8s are here. 8s up and down there. Go there. It's over here. It doesn't really matter. But hidden 8. Where's a hidden 8? Yeah, that's the one that's special, isn't it? Whoops. That's a hidden 8. It's 8's there and there. Lovely. Very cool. 9s. We got trouble with 9s is we've got so many extras. Start to not really care about them. We've got 2 boxes. Strictly 2 boxes. So if that sells 9, it means none of these 3 boxes contain a 9 in the circle, and that's already counted them all. If that sells 9, that's got to be 9. That's got to be 9. That's got to be 9. Yeah, that looks like it works, doesn't it? 9's here, 9's there, 9's here. 9's in one of those 2. Oh, no, there you go. That breaks. Not a very useful deduction, but it breaks. So 9's go there. Ones in circles. Oh, it could go there or there or there. Oh, no, can't go there. One of those 2 is a 1. Neither of which look at anything. Sadly. Other numbers that we're seeing a lot of, 6s, not particularly. 2, 3, 4, 8. Is it worth? Yeah, maybe for some of them. For example, not that one. Worth marking what they could be. Value of 3, and then these sum to 3, don't they? Yeah. So 3s, I think I counted another 3 in a circle, didn't I? Where did that one go? So it'd be nice, so I'd take a 3 out of there. Or did I do the opposite? So we've got those 2 3s in a circle. If that sells 3, I can't see a third 3 in the circle anywhere. That's just me being a bit dim about 3s being hidden. I think so. Not again. I like physical 3s. Assuming I haven't yet found my third one. Assuming that if there's not a 3 in this bottom in box 9, that has to hide there. 3's here. Have to go at the top. Oh, I said 3's. No, 3's don't have to go there because that's 4 and 5. 3 is there. So why have I taken the 3 out of that cell, I wonder? I think that was incorrect. Yet again. So there 3 would go. Okay, that 4. So this being a 3, or that being a 3. Yeah, that cell can't be a 3 because it puts the 3 there. And then this 3 has no fill. Okay, that's fine. I was just, because I thought I'd found all the 3s, and I think I have, but not for the reason I thought. So if that's 3s like this, then either there is a 3 in here, which is, okay, other than that can't be a 3. Is that worth noting? Not really, but I'll do it anyway. Because I think I can, no, that's probably okay to be a 3. Because if threes are hidden in box 9, then they look something like this. But the point is, either there's a 3 in a circle there, or there's a 3 here. Oh, in fact, it has to go there, doesn't it? Yeah, that can't be a 3. And that can't be a 3 either, because of this 4. So, if threes are hidden in box 9, then come around the grid like this. And then you definitely either have a 3 here, or you have a 3 in one of those 2 circles, basically. The far more straightforward thing is, where's 3 in this column, in this row? It's got to go either in a circle or hide, and if it hides, then there's a 3 in box 9. Takes the 3 out of that, which I don't think does anything again. Hey. Cool. That's what I like in my long-winded deductions. One digit that doesn't seem to help. Sixes the outer circles, aren't they? Yeah. Oh, where's 6 in here? There you go, there's something, isn't there? So at the moment I've got 4 6s. Sorry, hang on. Yeah, 4 6s. 5 6s. 6 6s up and down here. Oh, no. So they can be there, can't they? That's the whole point. I mean, there, but sure. So either that's a 6, in which point that... No, either that's a 6, in which point one of these is a 6. Is that what I'm trying to get at? If I'm honest, I'm not particularly sure at this point, but I think so. Very, very, very confusing. One of those is a 1. You're going to have to hide a 9 in one of these boxes, but it could easily be... Like, it's probably that one, isn't it? I suspect. What was nice about a 9 in there is it immediately got rid of a couple of places. There's less... It's not really that going on in other ways, I don't think. How about 5s in circles? We've got 1 here and we got 1 there. But not really struggling to get more. Yeah, no, hang on. 7s are more interesting than I thought, aren't they? Because again, this can't be a 7, because then you've taken 7s out of these 2 boxes and 7s out of this box immediately, and you're not getting help for 7s anywhere else. That is a 4. And 7s... Is there anywhere else where 7s would all sort of line up and then not, and then cause issues? So we've lost that one 7. So if this has a 7 and this one has a 7 and this one has a 7, there's some... that cell just can't straight up can't be a 7. That's so weird. So this X sum 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. So there's definitely 1 7 missing out of the middle 3 boxes, implying we definitely have a 7 in these normal guys here. 7's over there. 7's over there. That's not 7. That is so strange. That can't be 1, of course. In fact, 1's... Yeah, one's in this box. There we go. There's something. Whoops. There's a 3. There's a 3 and a 4. 1 and a 5. Nice. 2s and 5s mean that's 4 and 3 and 2 apparently. Hopefully that pencil mark was real. Yeah, that was a real pencil mark. That's now the only place that 1s can hide. And we're left with 5, 6, 7s and 9s in these ones. That was another flurry, wasn't it? Yeah, that 1's been staring at me for ages, hasn't it? So, yeah, still missing a 7 out of one of these, but not all that helpful. And 9s, on the other hand, become interesting. Maybe. Perhaps not. Oops. 9s. Yeah. Just seeing, like, those 2 cells can't be 6s, gets rid of the 6 from that. Apparently that can't be a 6. According to these pencil marks. Yes, because 6s in circles, I've counted all of them, other than this column. So that can't be a 6. So that is a 6. Hidden 6. 6. 6. Nice. Very good. What else have we got? Here, 4, 5, 7, 9. 5, 9 pair makes that a 7. It's apparently this a 7. At this point, I'm just going to trust my pencil marks. 3, 4, 5, and 9. Oops, 9. 3s and 4s. 4, 5, and 9. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. There's less out of that than I thought. Would be, what's this? 7 and 9. 6, 4. Okay, 7 there. 5 here. Apparently. I wasn't expecting that to be given. Yeah. 4, 3, 7, 9. Seven, 9, and 7. Down here, 6 and 1. 6 is there. 5, 9. 3. 5, 6, 7. 6 is. That looks like a quad. 9 and 4, 4 and 9. 7, 9, 7, 5. 5, 4, 9, 5. Good. I was getting worried the check mark wasn't there, but I think we are fine. In fact, let me just type like that, type like this. 7, 1, 2. 3, 4, 2, 7, 6, 7, 9. Let me just put in this so we get the answer check, hopefully. I should have just pinged to ask for a version where I could write on the outside, but lovely. 50-second puzzle, easy. Yeah, very nice indeed. I just couldn't get my head around it, I think, at all. And I was doing stupid things about the pseudo cells and them not lining up with circles. But cool concept. I liked your theme. I did read the thing. I didn't. Well, I solved the. Read the thing about the 10s? No, I think I'd found the 10s before I read the thing about the 10s. But I did solve the inspiration one with the 10s on the outside. So I had that vaguely in my head with what to do. Yeah, I was just fixated on there being 50 circles and that meaning that things summed up to 50. Interesting that they didn't. I'll just double check the numbers in circles. Sure they all add up correctly. For example, our nines. Yeah, we've lost 3 nines, which looks right, doesn't it? Very good. Yeah, it collapsed quite easily partway through. Then, I mean, nothing of it was mega tricky. There was nothing, and it was all clear where to look. I do like the fact that everything got forced in. That was probably, it's hard to say if that was the main point that was tricky or sticky, just because I had it so fixated in my head that that's not how the puzzle worked, if that makes sense. And then once I'd quickly seen how it was breaking, you could then go from that assumption sort of thing. Hoping I did everything with this stuff all right, especially with 4 plus 6. That's a bit silly, wasn't it? But yeah. No, it's cool how once you had some of the circles, there were some digits and it didn't all go in order. But it was relatively clear which ones to look for, wasn't it? I think on that front as well. But yeah, thank you very much for the puzzle. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Chat to you all sometime later. Bye.